Yeah, this is a video reply to this Will I Win 21 cat, or whatever his name is. He starts off this video wondering what the preppers or what the New World Order believers are going to do when the army comes in and starts doing all this stuff. Well, apparently he admits that that is what's going on. It's kind of funny. He goes on later in the video to say, well, the New World Order guys will see. They're just what's good for you. Now, I assume that this guy, he's either in the army or he's in the reserves or National Guard or whatever. But apparently, they have been telling these people what's coming, because I remember clearly from a couple years ago when I was warning about what's coming with the New World Order and what it entails. That these guys, oh, you people are just crazy and you're crazy for, believing in any of this stuff. Well, now he says that he does admit that it's coming, but it's a good thing for you, see? And he further told me on a comment that I made that I'm ridiculous and he lives in the real world. Apparently that is doing as he's told and collecting his government check, But this assumption that what's going to happen here, as I guess they've been told, something's going to happen here. And the police and the military and the National Guard, well, they're just coming around to help you, you see. Well, I live in the actual real world, and I know that's anything but what's going down here, as they've passed the NDAA bill, indefinite detention bill. They've totally taken away all the laws that say that the U.S. military will not be operating here on U.S. soil against the U.S. people in any way. But now it's an okay thing. See, they've all been talked into it. They've all been brainwashed into it. And actually, here's a guy in the army who's saying that the people, well, they really shouldn't own any firearms. I mean, you might just make somebody mad doing that, Well, there's going to come a time, since you say you live in the real world, there's going to be a day where you're not in the army anymore. And I guess you don't believe in the Second Amendment. I guess you don't believe in posse comitatus that was passed. My question is, this guy's asking what people who are preparing and people who may have firearms and all this, he's asking them what they think they can do. You know what the question I have for you is, what are you doing? What are you doing there in the military? I mean, you don't even operate under you don't operate under your oath of service, that's for sure, that you protect the country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You don't do that anymore. Now all you do is you do the bidding of the Vatican, the Queen, and Israel. You do what they tell you to do. And when they tell you to come in, this is going to apply to you too. You think you're kind of separated from it. But when this stuff happens, you and the National Guard there, well, they're going to send you to a different part of the country. And you're going to be over there collecting up all those people and seizing their property and seizing their firearms and seizing everything they own and shipping them off to a concentration camp. And somebody else from a different part of the country in the National Guard, they're going to be shipped to where you live. And they're going to be the ones taking your family's possessions and shipping your family members off. So you think you're above you think you're above all this stuff. You think you live in the real world. You don't live in the real world at all. You live in a world of make-believe. You think this stuff isn't going to happen, and then people commenting on your video, and you just say, well, this is just going to be a little period of unrest, but the police and the army will come, and they're going to help you. And then everything's going to go back to normal. Again, nothing can be further from the truth. Got our own government admitting that what they're going for is a China model. You're going to be living as a peasant. And you want to know what I'm going to do about it? I want to know what you're going to do about it. Make a video saying, what are you going to do? Are you going to stand up? and do anything in a country that's got an illegal president. He shouldn't even be there. You got a Federal Reserve Bank that's robbing the Treasury blind. And you want to say that that was done through elections? Nobody elected anybody to rob the Treasury and to destroy the Constitution. Nobody elected anybody to do that. And that's what you're supposed to be guarding against. You're supposed to be guarding the country against that. So don't sit here and tell me that the problem is that I got a cupboard with food in it and a shotgun and a rifle. Don't tell me I'm the problem, because that just ain't going to fly. Make up a video at saying what you're going to do instead of just like picking on preppers or whatever. Let's hear what you're going to do. You're in the military. Let's see it.